Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be testing out the Morphe 35M Boss Mood Palette. Did I need this? No, but listen, don't judge. I got this for $2 after sales, coupons, using my points at Ulta. I got this for $2, so I think that's acceptable. There is no setting shade. So I'm just going to go in without one, which is not what I usually do, but that's what I'm doing today. By the way, several of these, I think about 18 of them, are pressed pigments and are not eye safe, but I'm going to be using all of them on my eyes. Or I don't know how many I'm going to use, but whether they're pressed pigments or not is not going to determine whether I put them on my eyes or not. But do this at your own risk. I think I'm going to start with Candy Crush, which is this guy down here. It's kind of like a reddish color, maybe? I do have to say, a lot of these look very similar to one another. Maybe there's a difference on the eyes, but in the pan, there's a lot that I have to say look very similar. So I'm going in with my fluffy brush from Wish, and I'm going to put that, oh no. Okay, well, it's good to know that they're very pigmented. I just wanted a light wash of that. Let's see if I can blend that out. I actually have both eyes primed today because I'm going to an in-person karate class. So just in case the makeup doesn't hold up well without a primer, I don't want it to be all over me. But don't worry, I will do more looks with this than just this one in this video. And I will make sure to do my usual one eye primed, one eye not. Okay. So it looks like we now have a manageable pinky red. I don't know how different this shade is going to be from Sweet Beets. See what I mean? These two are like very similar. These also look similar, but this one's more orange and this one's a little deeper. That you can see more easily in the pan, but I have to say these two look very, very similar. But I'm not using that one today. I'm going to use that in a different look. I'm going in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I think I'm going to try sorry about that little interruption. I thought my guinea pig was choking. No, he just flipped over his hut again. And now, of course, the other one is mad at him about it. So I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. I'm going to go into Power Slayer, which is plummy burgundy color, I guess. I'm going to go lightly because I'm afraid now after that last one. And that's going in my crease. See, I just said to myself in my head, oh, it looks like I can take a little bit more. And now this happened, so. Jeez. Okay, and then I'm going to take my IVY crease brush and go into Transformer, which is a deep plum purple. It looks like a that is these are very pigmented, and I don't know why I expected anything different. I really need to go in lighter, but it's too late for today because that's all the crease work I'm going to do. This purple is like a true purple, maybe even a blue purple, as opposed to like a red purple or a pinky purple. Actually, it's so dark it's almost black, but I feel like you can still see that it's purple. Would I have preferred a little more purple to it? Yes, but I don't think this is bad. I think I'm going to take that same shade and put that on the outer third of my eye. Ooh, that looks, yeah, that looks almost black when I use it that way. Not thrilled with that. Really wanted it to look purple. Okay, next I'm going to take Daredevil, which is the slightly darker purple. This is like a true purple, and that's going, it's got some black in there. That's gonna go on the middle of my lid. Uh-oh. Just blend it with the matte. It's not, first of all, see what it's doing? It's not coming off of my finger too well. And it's also, it has some black in it, which I want more purple. Back in the day, when swatching in stores was a thing, I had swatched this palette, or some of the shades anyway, and I was really drawn in by the chartreuse greens, and I had said to myself, oh, one day, if it goes on sale, then I'll get it. So here we are. But so far, the matte, like plummy purples were okay depending on where you use them, but that shimmer I don't care for. Next I'm going to use Grape Expectations, which is this more red purple. Okay, texture kind of feels the same, but I feel like that's gonna go better. So I'm gonna put that on the inner third of my lid and then blend it into the other one. These are terribly dark. See, again, like there was a lot of it on my finger and less is coming off on the eye. Also, they seem to be like true shimmers. They're not as metallic. A little disappointed with the shimmery purples. Okay, for my brow bone highlight, there's only one that's gonna work for me, and honestly, I don't even know if that's gonna work for me. It's called Light of the Party, and it looks like it's a little dark, but we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna use my dollar store brush. Tap some of that off. Okay, not bad. Especially when everything else is so dark. It's I almost feel like it's a beigey gold, but you see now that it's on my brow bone, it does have a little bit of white to it. Yeah, so this came out a lot darker and more dramatic than I had planned. I think what I'm gonna do is go back in with Candy Crush with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. And I think I'm gonna line my lower lash line with it. Who goes like this to a karate class, I swear. And then I'm going to take an even smaller version of that brush from Wish, and I'm gonna go back into Power Slayer, which is the plummy burgundy one. And I'm gonna go even tighter to my lower lash line with it. Something a little bit different than what I usually do. I did make a little bit of a mess on my inner corner unintentionally. I'm gonna try to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it back into that Light of the Party shade, and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. See how that goes. That's pretty good for using a brush, actually. I have to say, lately, a lot of inner corner highlights I've tried with a brush didn't work out, and I had to use my finger. And this is enough for me. If you do want it to be brighter, though, I'm sure with your finger you can make that happen. I mean, I already look this dramatic, so why not? I'll just show you. So I'll pick it up with my finger. There, I think you can see the color better. And just put that on. Yeah, this look kind of reminds me of something you can do with the Too Faced Razzle Dazzle Berry palette. I love that. The Morphe one just smells like makeup chemicals. But yeah, the colors are pretty similar. The depth is pretty similar to that, which I'm not thrilled about. I was hoping that it would be a little bit lighter, just cleaning up a little bit. But on the other hand, if the greens work out for me, and I use these shades on my eyes right now in conjunction with my other Morphe palettes, or even with some of the greens, because I do like green and purple together, then I mean it's worth it for me because I only spent $2 on this. So I just went to look at this in natural light, and I mean I like it better than I do here in this light, but yeah, it's just darker and a little more blackened than I was hoping for. But I mean, if this is your kind of look, maybe you're really gonna like this. I think you would. Alright, so the purple look wore pretty well throughout the day. Today I do have primer on this eye and not this eye, so we can see whether this eyeshadow palette holds up without primer. I think I'm gonna start with Daredevil, which is this one. And again, that looks pretty similar to some of the others. But I'm gonna use that with my fluffy brush from Wish, and I'm going to put that, yeah, that's exactly what I expected to happen. I'm going to use this as my transition shade. Yeah, so I feel like that's kind of similar to the other shades, like a little deeper, but yeah. I think Angeshka here on YouTube said that like this palette, or maybe a different palette, would have been better as like a 9-pan. I would say more than a 9-pan, but this 35-pan is not necessary. Some of these are very similar. Then I'm going to take my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to go into Power Slayer. I know I used that one the other day, but I think this is going to be a good choice. And that's going in my crease. I think this will be the first time in a long time that I won't try every single shade, or even close to it. Maybe I'll go in with a little bit of the black. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and go into Black Magic, which is just a matte black. That looks very pigmented. Yep. I mean, that's a good thing. It's just, wow. Especially for black eyeshadow, which I rarely use. I actually prefer one that's more buildable and not very pigmented off the bat, but I know a lot of people like it this way too. People who use black eyeshadow more often than I do, which is not hard to do. And I'm gonna go back in with my IBY crease brush, and I think I'm gonna take Sweet Beets and just take a little of that to try to blend that black in better. This was not the look that I had planned on. I feel like the mattes are darker than what I expected, despite me having seen it in the store. Maybe it was the lighting. Okay, I'm just going to use my dollar store brush to go into Light of the Party, which is that, whatever shade we want to call that, the brow bone highlight one. That's my only option, and I think that's going to be a lot of people's only option for this palette. I think I'm going to try Sultry Ways, since this whole look got darker than I wanted it to be. This is like a charcoal black with purple glitters in it, but I don't think you're going to be able to see the glitters, or rather, I don't think they're going to stick around throughout the day. I'm putting that on my outer third, and it's a shimmer. It's not a matte, but I still feel like the little glitters aren't going to stay. Next, I'm going to take Indie Glow Queen. That's an interesting name, considering this is not indigo by any means. It's a plum shimmer. Yeah, like a burgundy plum shimmer, I guess. And I'm gonna put that in the middle of my lid and blend it into the black, like so. This palette can go so dark, apparently. I have a feeling I'm going to like it better in conjunction with my other Morphe palettes and the ones that I have on the way. Oops. And then I think I'm going to take Confidence, which is like a shimmery coral, I guess. It's kind of orange, kind of deep peach, but it has a ever so slight pink shine to it. And I'm going to put this on the inner third and blend it into the plum. And now I look like Halloween. That was not the plan. Well, I definitely wouldn't pair these colors together again. Especially not the black. I mean, maybe I would put the orange and the plum, but not the black. Looks too much like Halloween, which is fine for a Halloween look, but that wasn't the look I was going for today. I think I'm gonna go in with Color Persona, which is this more reddish shimmer. That's almost like a beet color, but a shimmer instead of a matte. So I think those two would probably pair together nicely. I'm going to take that on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it and run that across my lower lash line. My father has finally shut his music off in the background. Hopefully I won't get any copyright strikes for that. And maybe I'll take a little bit of Transformer, and with my smaller version of that brush from Wish, I'll just put that a little closer to my lash line. I think I would like that Color Persona shade better on the lid, but just wanted to try it out. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the quality so far, which is good. It's just this palette is a lot darker than I had planned on. And like I said, despite having seen it in the store and swatched it. Alright, so yesterday's look wore well, and both sides to me looked the same by the end of the day, so that's a good sign. Today I have this eye primed and this eye not yet again, just to give that another try. Today I'm going to do a look with the greens, and I'm so excited for that because that's basically what I bought the palette for, plus the purples, but the purples aren't exactly what I expected, so I'm going to start with my fluffy brush from Wish, and I have to start with Stroke of Luck, this like bright lime green or chartreuse. There's still like, it's not like a fluorescent neon lime green. There's still something deeper about it. Ooh, look how it's coming out though. It's not coming out like that at all. This is more like a little bit brighter than a split pea soup green. This is my transition. It's pretty. I was just hoping for brighter than that. Now that's interesting. So far, I haven't really noticed any difference between the primed eye and the not primed eye, like in yesterday's look. But here, I feel like this is deeper than the non-primed side. I wonder if a packing motion would get me a brighter green. But I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Express Yourself. This one next to it, which is like a brighter olive, and that's going in the crease. So pretty. Then I'm going to take my IBY crease brush and go in with Green with Envy, which is this deeper olive, and put that even deeper into the crease. I can't really fit all these colors on my hooded eyes, but I'm trying to at least kind of show you as many colors as I can. Just taking my BH Cosmetics brush with the 3 on it and clean, and just blending. Yeah, major difference between the two. I mean, not major, but I think it's a noticeable difference. Then I'm going to take Sheen Stealer, which is, I'm not really sure if that's brown or green, but it's shimmery, and it's like I think it's a brown with like slight olive undertone, and that's gonna go on the outer third of my eye. Oh, by the way, those sparkles in the shimmers from yesterday did stick around throughout the day. Like, they weren't terribly intense, but they did stay. So that was interesting. It's a nice little brown. I'm certainly not a brown eyeshadow lover, but that's kind of nice. Then I'm going to go in with Bold Moves, which is this lovely brighter olive tone. Shimmer, yeah, that's what I like. That's going on the middle of my lid and blending into the brown. There we go. Yeah, I like that one. And then just to try another shade, I'm gonna go in with Pop Star, which is this gold up here. It's a shimmer. Yeah, ever so slightly green, but it's a gold. And I'm gonna put that on the inner third of my lid and blend it into the green. Ooh, pretty. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm gonna go into Hello Sunshine, which is an interesting name for an even more split pea soup green. I'm gonna put that across my lower lash line. Okay, definitely pulls more, say, golden brown than the other greens. That's interesting. And then taking my smaller version of that brush, the one from Wish, again, just to try another shade, I'm going to use Nude Tude, which, again, to me, that looks like a khaki brown, olive brown. And I'm going to put that closer to my lower lash line. So despite how much I love green eyeshadow, do I see that much of a difference between all these shades? No, I don't. This could have been maybe a 15 shade palette at most, but again, I got it for $2 and I'm going to use it in conjunction with my other Morphe palettes. And I mean, it's good quality. It's just that the shades are darker than I had planned on, and some of them are just too similar to each other. One last thing, dollar store brush into Light of the Party, that brow bone highlight. Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have given us, you know, another brow bone highlight option, a setting shade. If you were gonna have this many shades, definitely some of these could have been replaced. But oh well. Alright, so that look wore well. I also used this palette mostly for Thanksgiving yesterday. I'm going to insert a picture of that here now. And that's just so you can see another option. The glitter, though, was from the SpongeBob X Hip Dot Pressed Glitter palette. And that all wore nicely. This is the last look I'm going to be doing with this palette, so you can see it. I am going to start with Fired Up, which is this bright, matte orange. And I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it. I'm going to tap into that lightly and use that as my transition shade. And once again, I have this eye primed and this eye over here not primed, even though I have not been seeing a difference in wear time or wear quality, but I have been seeing a slight difference in application, like you saw with the greens. And I feel like I'm seeing a slight difference now as well. It's not a big difference though. Next, I'm going to take my IB crease brush and I'm going to use Sparks Fly, which is a brown. It's like an average medium dark brown. Huh, that's interesting. So once again, it's coming out darker on my eye than it looks in the pan. This is going to go in my crease, and then after cleaning the brush, I'm just going to blend it out more. Interesting, I feel like this one does not want to blend as much, which really is super interesting because, first of all, most of the time I don't have an issue with Morphe shadows, or you know, with my experience so far. And it's a neutral. Usually neutrals blend pretty easily. Maybe I'll do like a halo eye today. I'll start with Hot to Trot, which is a shimmery medium deep brown. And I'm going to use that on my inner and outer thirds. This is like a cooler brown, yet. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a warmer shimmer to it, like almost coppery. I think neutral lovers will really appreciate this one. And then in the middle, I'm going to put Bright Eyes, which is this beautiful shimmery orange. Excited about that, yeah. That's nice. And just blend it together. I like that a lot. And then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it and go into Hot Stuff, but it's spelled weird. H-A-W-T. It's basically this warm brown, coppery, bronzy kind of shade. And I'm going to put that across the lower lash line. I feel like those are some super nice shades if you're into neutrals. And then I'm just going to use my dollar store brush back into Light of the Party again. Again, because that's my only brow and highlight option. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is swatch this entire thing. So, Light of the Party, Pop Star, Stroke of Luck, and Express Yourself. Nude Tude, Green with Envy, Sheen Stealer, Stand Out. I like that one. Actually, I think that's one of the ones I had swatched in the store that time. I would have preferred that in the green look than that one the other day, but that's okay. Bold Moves, Electric Energy, Hello Sunshine, and Play It Cool. Hot Stuff, Peachy Keen, despite it not being peachy at all, Fired Up, Bright Eyes, that is not peach. I'll finish up with Bossy AF and FOTD on, that's pretty, on this side. I like those. Then we have Talk Dirty, Hot to Trot, Sparks Fly. Oh, this is Confidence. Oops. So that shimmery orange that I used was actually Confidence. Red Carpet, Power Slayer, Daredevil, Vampy Vixen, which one? Oh, that was the deep purple shimmer. Sweet Beats, Color Persona, Transformer, Center of Attention. Interesting. See if you can get a little better view. Just so you can see the swatch a little better, I'm going to go back into Daredevil, see if I can build that up. Not too well. Okay, almost there. We have Indie Glow Queen, Grape Expectations, Candy Crush, and Sultry Ways. The last one is Black Magic. Alright, so here are all the swatches, and yeah, I just feel like, I mean, I've said this throughout the video, I just feel like there's ever so slight differences between some of them, and you probably don't need all of those. Some of them do look lighter when I swatch them, but you saw what was happening when I was putting them on my eyes. They seemed to be darker. So the color selection variety is really the only complaint that I have. I think the formula is overall good. The formula on the shimmery purple could be better for sure. I don't think I would have paid the $25 for this palette, but like I said, between coupons, discounts, points, etc., I got it for $2, and I'm going to use it in conjunction with my other palettes, especially my other Morphe palettes. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!